today is an upper body workout. We're gonna get right into it. We have 3 circuits and we're gonna do each circuit 2 times. Each move we're gonna be doing 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. So limited rest time, we're gonna keep our heart rate up, keep moving. Let's go ahead and start with a dynamic warm up. So we're gonna start with walk out to plank. So we're gonna start at the top of our mat, bend down, walk out to plank, walk back in. Getting our shoulders warmed up, our chest, triceps, keeping it dynamic. Walk all the way out and stand it up. All right, we're going to go into arm circles. So we're going to circle forward. Nice big movement. We're feeling this also in our obliques. Getting our shoulders warm. Getting that blood flow, ready to work. All right, couple more here. 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to come into little hugs and arm swings. As I open my arms, I'm also coming up on my toes. Shoulders should definitely be feeling warm. All right, from here we're going to go into a goal post. So put your arms out, and then we're just going to slowly rotate them down so palms are facing the floor. Back to goal post. Good, that little rotation should be warming up everything. One more here. Okay, shake it out. All right, let's go ahead and start with circuit 1. Grab your Pilates bar. We're going to be starting with bicep curls. Adjust the bar to where you need it. Whatever works for you. I have my 30-pound resistance cables on, and we're just going to be coming up. I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Bringing that bar up to shoulder height and down. I'm going to set the timer 30 seconds. All right, curl it out. So we're not lowering our hands lower than waist. We want to keep that constant tension on our biceps. It's a little movement, but constant. Don't forget to breathe. Keep your core strong. Time. All right, for our next move, I'm going to lower my resistance. So I'm going to go ahead and move this down. We're going into a shoulder press. So the bar is going to be coming over your head. So adjust that loop where you need it. Go ahead and put your feet in the straps. I will demo one time. So I'm going to start here at shoulder height, palms facing you, and then pressing up, lowering down. It's pretty heavy. Go slow. We just have 30 seconds. Ready? All right. Shoulder press. Exhale on the way up. Inhale. Try and keep both of your shoulders working evenly. Keep that bar straight. We don't want to going from one side to the other. Core strong. This is heavy resistance. Working our upper body. Strong shoulders. We got this. One more. Bring it down and rest. All right, for our third move, we're going to be going into bent over rows. So for this one, I am going to be wrapping that strap around my bar 2 to 3 times. We're going to be working our back. It's a big muscle group. Your back is stronger than you think. We're going to be stepping into the straps. we're going to be coming into a bent over row. So I'm actually going to, I can tell that's not enough resistance. So now that I have that wrapped, I'm going to go ahead and roll it down even more. I'll demo one time. So I'm coming into a bent over position. My back is straight. My palms are, or my knuckles are facing this outer wall here. I'm bending down, and now I'm just rowing that bar up to my belly button and down, keeping that constant tension on my back. All right, go ahead and set that up. We have 30 seconds. Squeeze right in between your shoulder blades. Don't let that bar ground your shoulders. Keep your core tight. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Just a couple more here. One more. All right, lower it down. And rest. All right, we're going to do those 3 moves once again. So if you remember, we're starting with those bicep curls. So we can keep the bar where it's at. If you need more resistance, go ahead and move your ring up. I'm going to move it up to the second to last ring. Step in your straps. All right, 30 seconds, bicep curl. Here we go. Now we know the moves. We're going to move through it a little quicker. We know what to expect. Good. Curl up and down. My elbows are locked in at my sides. I'm not winging them out. And I'm just moving that bar ever so slightly up to shoulder height, down to chest height. Good. Rest. All right, now we know the pace. We're going to try and keep it limited rest on the second circuit. So I'm going to go ahead and move down because I know with that shoulder press, I need to have a little bit more leverage with my bar. If the bar is too heavy, grab a pair of dumbbells. All right, so we have 30 seconds on the clock. Shoulder press up, down to shoulder height, up overhead. Focus on keeping your core strong and tight. Upper body is still. The only thing moving is our arms. Exhale, inhale. Don't let that bar pull you down. You're controlling the bar on the way down. Last one here, and rest. All right, let's go ahead and wrap that bar going into bent over rows. Wrap it 2 to 3 times. Remember, your back is a very strong muscle group. Don't be afraid to go heavy. All right, wrap that even more if you need more resistance. All right, let me get adjusted here. Okay, 30 seconds. So bent over, and then we're just rowing that bar up to belly button height and down. Squeezing right in between your shoulder blades, engaging those muscles in your mid-back. Your back is strong and straight, core tucked in. Don't arch your shoulders, keep your back straight. All right, rest. We're going into circuit number 2 now. All right, so we have tricep overhead extensions. So for this, I'm going to stay on my lower ring. I'm going to give you a couple options because since we're lifting this overhead, it is a lot of tension. So if this is too much, what you can do is come down to your knees, and that's going to lighten the load. But we're going to lift overhead, palms facing you, and then I'm bending in. My triceps are what are working here. So my elbows are in I'm just lifting that bar, lowering it 90 degrees and down. So you can do that standing or kneeling. 30 seconds. Good. Try not to lean your elbows out. I'm focusing on keeping them tucked in at my ears and just bending 90 degrees and up. Rest. Next we have front raises. So we're going to be working our shoulders once again. I'm keeping my feet in my straps. And now I'm just lifting that bar. Little lift. So chest height, shoulder height. Once again, if this is too much tension, come down to your knees. And we can even lift, get a little bit of a quad stretch here if you want to lean back. So we lean back, press up. So now we're getting a little bit of a lower body workout as well as shoulders. So choose the option that works for you, either standing or this kneeling position with the thigh burn. Ready? We got 30 seconds. Lean back, little press. Lean back. So it's my quads that are pulling me up to this upright position, and then a little raise at the top. Lean back, pull up, and lift. One more. All right, our next move is going to be a reverse fly. So I am going to be standing on my bar for this move. So this is going to be a chest fly. A lot of tension here standing. So I'm even struggling. What I'm going to do is actually come down to my knees like I did to modify. But now that I'm on my knees, I do need to adjust my straps just a little bit. So I'm going to move it up to the second to last ring. So now we're going to be working our chest and the front of our shoulders. So my legs, my shins are holding this bar in place as I open my arms up, keeping them shoulder height, and then squeezing in. And that's really working our chest and our shoulders. All right, 30 seconds on the clock. Fly it out. Inhale on the way out. There we go. Keep your core engaged. Couple more here. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to go through that circuit once again. So if you remember, we're going to start with our tricep extension overhead. I'm going to go ahead and move my strap down to the lower ring. So step in your straps, and then, like I said, we can do it kneeling or standing. I'm going to go ahead and be kneeling. I'll turn sideways so you can see the angle of my tricep. All right, 30 seconds. Lift it up, elbows tucked in, lowering 90 degrees, pressing up. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Core is tight. And rest. All right, going back into that shoulder raise. Front raises. So we're going to lean back, press up. Getting a little bit of a double movement, lower body and upper body. 30 seconds, and go. Press back, little shoulder raise. Keep that pace going. It's all in your quads, pulling you up. I love movements that work upper body and lower body at the same time, keeping our heart rate up, sculpting our whole body. All right, bring it up. We're going to go into those reverse flies. Sorry, chest fly. I keep saying reverse fly. We're going into a chest fly. I'm going to try it standing this time. So I'm standing on my bar, I'm holding my straps, and then I'm just going to be doing that press. A lot of tension there. If you need to drop to your knees, go for it. 30 seconds. Here we go. It's hard to talk. Dropped up to my knees. I can feel my form slipping. No shame in modifying. Do what you need to do to make this workout work for you. 2, 1. All right, we are going into our third circuit. You're doing awesome. We just have to do this 2 times. So we are starting with push-ups. So we can do knees or toes. I'm going to start on my knees and then drop to my toes. Go ahead and set that up. All right, so your hands are just outside chest, just outside your shoulders. Drop to your knees, keep your core strong, back straight. And we're just lowering down as far as you can go, pushing back up. Couple more. 2, 1. All right, back up. Come up slow. I don't want you to get lightheaded. We're going to be coming into upright rows. So step into your straps and then test the tension and see if it's strong enough. We're going to be coming with our hands close together and lifting up. But I know that's not enough tension, so I am going to bring this up to the 3rd ring just to make sure I have enough pressure, enough tension where I feel it working my shoulders. Shoulders are getting an awesome workout today. All right, 30 seconds on the clock, so let me demo. I'm holding it close, my knuckles are facing you, and I'm just bringing that bar up. My elbows are staying in line with my shoulders, lowering down. So it's a little movement, but powerful. Pick the tension that works for you. We have 30 seconds. Here we go. Lift up, lower down past your belly button, and up. My heart rate is still up after those push-ups, so it's nice to just slow it down here with these upright rows. I'm trying to keep that bar even, so I'm working both sides of my body evenly. If you have a mirror, that's a great way to check your form. Make sure you're keeping constant pressure, even pressure on both sides. All right, our next move is lateral raises. So we're going to be bringing the bands up and down. But I know this is too much tension, so I'm lowering it down. There's always the option to drop to your knees if you need a lesser range of motion, less tension. So same thing as before, we're going to be standing on the bar and holding the straps with our hands, and we're just going to be doing little raises. I can already tell standing is a lot of tension, so I'm going to go ahead and kneel, and then I'm holding that bar with my shins. And, sorry, it takes a minute to get this adjusted. So if I'm kneeling, then I do need to bring my D-ring to a tighter loop, so I have enough tension. Sometimes it takes a minute to find that sweet spot. So here I have enough tension now that I can do these little raises. You could also hold dumbbells All right, let's go ahead and get started, 30 seconds. So just little lift and down. And I want to keep constant tension on there. So I'm just doing little lifts and down. Little lift and down. It's a very small movement. Small but controlled. 3, 2, 1. All right, we just have to go through that circuit one more time, but we are starting with those push-ups. So with push-ups, if you need to modify even further, you could also lean on a table or a chair to bring your body up a little bit more upright. You can also do push-ups against a wall. So there are ways to modify and make it work for you. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go. I promise you're stronger than you think you are. You think you can't do a push-up? Maybe you've never tried. Try 1 or 2. And then drop down to your knees. I drop to my knees after I've done a few. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, back up to those upright rows. Make sure you don't come up too quickly. Catch your breath. So I'm going to tighten my resistance. And for the next 2 moves, I'm going to stay at this resistance. Now that I've done this circuit one time, I feel confident keeping it at the higher level for the next 2 moves, which are the upright rows and the lateral raises. All right, get that set up. 30 seconds, hands together, lifting the elbows up to shoulder height, lowering that bar down. And I do have a little bit of asymmetry. I know that my right shoulder is wanting to do most of the work. So I'm really focusing on that left shoulder as I bring that bar up, trying to keep the bar steady and straight across on both sides. All right, 1 more move. Lateral raises. So if you can, keep that tension where it's at. Remember, it's a little movement, but we want constant tension. Even if you want to grab a pair of 2-pound dumbbells, you can just do little raises here. We're going to burn out those shoulders for the last 30 seconds. All right, got it set up. Let's go ahead and get started. Little raise and down. Good. Little raise and down. Hard to talk, my shoulders are burning. Couple more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, release it. Shake it out. All right, you made it through. All right, let's go ahead and cool down. Let your heart rate come down. I'm going to go ahead and sit cross-legged. Just take a couple breaths here. Inhale. Oh, and exhale. All right, let's bring our arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale. All right, I know our triceps and shoulders worked. Let's go ahead and bring our left arm up. We're going to grab at the elbow and get a nice tricep stretch here for our left arm. Oh, feels good. Stretch everything out. You did awesome. I'm so proud of you for showing up today. Go ahead and switch sides. So we're just going to hold each stretch for about 7 to 10 seconds. Feel free to do stretching on your own if that's not enough. But I know we have places to go, people to see. I'm trying to keep these workouts under 30 minutes. All right, now we need to stretch out those shoulders. Go ahead and bring it across your body. And then I'm hooking above the elbow and filling that stretch here. And I'm going to go ahead and look over that left shoulder. Let your heart rate come down, breathe. Go ahead and switch sides. All right, we're going to finish with a chest press or a chest stretch. So I'm going to lace my hands together behind my back and just extend out. You can look up, stretch out your neck, chest, shoulders, or keep your neck neutral. If it's too hard to grab your hands, you can also grab onto a band, or you could hold your bar back behind you as well. All right, and that's our workout. You did awesome.